Hey guys, welcome to another Dog Vlog. And in today's video, I have interviewed Saro, the dog trainer. Many of you may know who he is, and we talk about some of the things that you can do when you first bring a foster dog home to set them up for success. Let's jump into this video right meow. Oh, and if you are new here, welcome. I'm so damn excited to have you. I'm super stoked. There's nothing I love more than connecting with other dog lovers just like you. Again, if you're new, click that subscribe button down below. It really helps promote and bring awareness to our mission to save all the damn rescue dogs. Okay, let's get back to this interview with Saro, the dog trainer, and all of his links will be linked down below, right meow. Introducing, ta-da, Saro.
Hi!
Yes.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for having me here.
Yes, welcome to my channel. We are so excited to have you.
Thank you very much.
Of course. So everybody, like I said earlier, I really wanted to have Saro. He's my good friend. I wanted him here on this channel because he's doing some really unique things out there as it relates to dog training. And you all know that I am always looking for new ways to approach working with my dogs in a positive way. And Saro goes about it, like I said, a very interesting way that I'm excited for him to talk about. So welcome.
Thank you for having me.
So we're going to jump in. Before we go into my main questions, I want to learn a little bit more about who you are, what your mission is, and what people can expect from going to your channel. Because if you're watching this, you need to go check out his channel. It'll be linked down below. Go check it out after this video.
Right. Yes. So my name is Saro. I'm a dog trainer. I'm a dog lover. I have been dog lover forever. And I would say 15 years ago or so, 16, 17 years ago, I got a dog, and this dog was needing to be trained, and it was a beagle. It was hard to train, and it wouldn't respond to treats and food. So it got me thinking, is treat training the right way of training dogs? So it got me started in thinking about dog training in a different way. So I decided from then on, he kind of encouraged me, he inspired me, Jonah the Beagle, this one here, and he inspired me to start thinking about dog training. And I started learning about dogs, dog psychology, and everything I could do with dogs. I quit my job. I started focusing on training, and I realized that the way we've been doing dog training for the past, I would say 100 years or so, has caused not only to have dogs who have behavioral issues, they have health issues and all kinds of mental issues. They end up in shelters, they end up being fostered and all those. This is because the way we are approaching dogs. So I decided to start training dog owners, educating dog owners to become educated dog lovers. Everybody can be a dog lover, but you have to be an educated dog lover to do the things right way, to do it in a way that impacts the society and the community and the dogs involved in it. So I created this channel that I talk about how to train dogs without the use of treats, food, aversive tools like shock collars, prong collars, choke chain collars, force, domination, being alpha. All these methods have been used in the past 100 years or so, and they're all old-fashioned. It causes health issues for dogs to develop. When you're giving a treat to a dog, right, for training, doesn't matter what kind of a good treat you're giving, healthiest treat in the world, doesn't matter how small or big you're giving, every time dogs eat, it causes them to it increases their insulin level, causes health issues to develop. Dogs and animals in general, they're not designed to eat all the time. They eat once in a while, whenever they're hungry.
Yeah.
And they eat and they live healthy life, right? But dogs, we've been kind of forcing dogs to have breakfast, dinner, lunch, and all kinds of things. We feed them all the time, thinking that we're training them too. But the thing is that we could train dogs without using shock collars and food and all kinds of things to get the same results that you want, even better. So the goal of my channel is to educate dog owners to become aware that you don't have to use all those things. For example, if you're using shock collars, some dog trainers, they're saying, oh, if you use it the right way, it doesn't hurt the dog, doesn't bother the dog. But every time you increase the electrical level up, it adds additional currency in your dog's body system, which is unnatural.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
Right? Right?
Common sense, but
Right. So even if we say it's humane, or I don't want to argue with them. So I just say, from a health point of view, you gotta stop making the same mistake that we've been making for hundreds of years. So that's the goal of the channel.
I love it. That's so interesting. So you don't use treats at all with your dogs?
No, I use a system called play and praise.
Okay.
So
yeah.
all dogs, I bet Finn is that way. He always loves to be praised.
Yes.
He loves to play. Naturally, dogs are that way. They want to play and be praised. And you can use those to train the dog whatever you want, because it's not the treat that they want. They want the interaction. They want the interaction between you and the dog. If they get that, if you put 15 minutes, an hour, even better, a day to train your dog with the play and praise, your dog is going to learn the same thing that you're trying to teach with the treats or force or domination, even better, and you're going to get long-lasting results. You're not going to be looking for where did I put treats? I want to get him to sit, right? You're not looking for treats. You're going to just, because, for example, let's say you're saying your dog to sit, and you say sit, your dog sits, you play with it for a minute or two, just for the sit. So the dog says, every time I sit, my owner plays with me or praises me. And I'll do that all the time. What I usually say is dogs will do anything for you for free. The problem starts when we add things. That confuses the dog. So, in general, dogs want to please us. They want to do the right thing. They want to do the thing that we want them. But because we are dependent on treats and tools and things like that, because that's what the society thinks it is, we confuse the dog. So you can use play and praise. And I have tons of videos in my channel that I show how you can teach a dog to learn basic commands using play.
All right. So guys, check the links down below. You want to learn more about that. And I think we should do another video and go more detail about that.
Sure, yes. This is why I wanted to do this.
Yeah.
But mainly I wanted to talk about fostering too.
Yeah, no, for sure. Okay, so the question I had for you, because there's a lot of people watching my videos that they want to start fostering, or they've recently started fostering, or maybe they just adopted a new dog. Mm-hmm. You bring a new dog into, let's assume I bring a new dog into the house. Mm-hmm. What would you say are the top 3 things or commands or behaviors that you would recommend from your experience that as a new dog owner, I would train my dog?
Great, yes. So one of the things that I highly suggest is, from your point of view, you're rescuing a dog, you're saving a life, you're a hero, right? But from your dog's point of view, it means nothing. You are nobody. You are nothing. Even though you're feeding your dog, caring for that dog has no relationship with you yet. So you mean nothing to the dog, right? Yeah. You are somebody else, someone just like the previous people, maybe, if they've been rehomed and gone here and there and been sheltered. You are one of them again, right? It's just different location, different person. So don't expect them to have this feeling that, he's going to be bonding with me right away. It takes about 30 days for dogs to bond with somebody. Some take longer, some take less, but think of it this way, that when you're bringing a new dog home and you're fostering, your job is to care for and teach this dog to learn to relax. That's your goal. When they come to your home, the first thing that you want to teach them is to go from that stress level, that anxiety level, to go to zero. They are stressed and anxious because they've been here and there, they've been gone through so many things. Your job should be to calm them down. And the only way that you can do that is put them on leash. Keep them on leash. Don't feel bad. Don't feel that you're not giving them freedom. Worst thing that you can do to a dog is give them too much freedom.
Yes, I agree.
when you give too much freedom to a dog senses and feels that there's so much things to look after and so many things to do. So what happens? They stress even more.
Wait.
Yes.
You froze.
I froze now. Okay.
The last thing you said was giving too much freedom. So
yes.
Go back.
Okay. So the worst thing that you can do is giving too much freedom to a dog. When you give too much freedom, in your mind, you're giving a lot of goodness to the dog. But the worst thing is that the dog feels that there's so many things to take care of, so many places to look after, so many places and areas that I have to go and check and figure out. But when you put the leash on the dog says, I only have one thing to worry about, which is whatever this guy or this person is telling me to do, rather than me going and checking there, what's in that room, what's that smell, all of these causes stress on top of everything else that they have been through. So keep your dog on leash, teach them to relax, and give them freedom, after a week or so. So I would say the first three things that we want to do is those. Keep them on leash, help them to relax. Don't get that emotional feeling that, oh my goodness, this dog has been through this and gotta do that. Don't feel that way. The main three things that you want to focus on is keeping the dog on leash, helping the dog to relax, and not giving too much freedom. And the commands that I would say that is good to start working with the dog is not for sake of commands like sit and stay to sit. Yeah. It's just to help the dog to interact with you, to learn something, to get its focus from whatever things that he or she is thinking, to focus on that lesson. And also it gives you an opportunity to bond with that dog sooner and faster. So you can start training commands. Again, I have commands videos that you can teach your dog in my channel. Just play with your dog and teach them sit, stay. Usually, most trainers, they would say recall is the most important one. But in my opinion, I would say stand is the most important one, because your dog has to go to the vet, has to go to the groomer, has to deal with public people. If you teach your dog to stand, the groomer can ask your dog to stand and work on their knee, do a good job. The vet can check things, right? And then when you're standing, when you're in public, you can ask your dog to stand rather than sit, right? So it gives more, sitting, it's more relaxing, but you can teach sit as well.
Very good. That is so interesting. And I love your approach. I found the most success with foster dogs if I just give them exactly what you said, that structure from day one, so they know what to expect. And you're so right. When I actually just had a family come over earlier tonight wanting to start fostering, and I had to reiterate to them, when you take your foster dog home for the first time, expect them to be more aloof towards you and understand that they're not going to be as interested or as comfortable or as affectionate towards you as what they likely will be in, I would say, like at least a month. I say the same thing.
Yeah.
It takes at least a month for them to start to feel comfortable. And a lot of dogs, because they are so traumatized, can take a lot longer. So
Yes.
so glad you mentioned
Yes,
that.
I call it 30 moons and sun. In animal, in animal world, that's how long it takes. That's how they track time. They say, okay, I've spent at least 30 moons and suns with this human, and looks like I'm going to stay, and this is going to be either staying with this, forever. They don't know they're being, fostered, so they will start relaxing more. That way, they will show their real personality to when it's time to be adopted as well.
Awesome. That is so helpful.
One more tip that I wanted to share is, this is again, I repeated in my channel. People who with the dogs, whether you have a dog or fostering or adopting or whatever it is, you need to focus on your dog's daily 5 essential needs. And they are exercise, training, socialization, care, and then affection.
Yeah.
So affection is the last thing any dog needs, especially the foster dogs. They don't really need affection. In your mind, that's what they really need. But they need structure first.
Yes. I love that. I seriously, it's so tempting. And it's something I was that person. I just wanted.
Yes.
But I noticed with fosters, it doesn't give them that sense of security, and they need to feel, not that you're alpha by any means. I don't believe that, but almost that I try to look at myself as a support system, and I'm guiding, like a guide almost, like I'm guiding them and showing them the right way so that they know. So I completely agree with you. I'm glad. I'm so glad we're able to talk. So before we sign off, tell everyone how they can find you, where they can find you, so that they can connect with you.
Yes. So if you Google search or YouTube search Saro Dog Training, I'll show up. I have a channel. It's growing rapidly.
Growing super fast.
Yes. So I'm getting some notices out there. So people are noticing, and they're starting to pay attention. So I'm very visible in YouTube. So the first thing that I would suggest is YouTube, because there you can get to know me more, can see what I preach. I want to change the way we think about dog training and dogs in general. So YouTube is the spot that you should go. And also I have a website. The link would be, I'll send you the link. You can put it in the description. It's sarobogosian.com. It's my first name and last name. So basically that is, also run a doggy daycare too, which is called jonasark.com. This is a doggy daycare. It can be a little bit different than regular doggy daycares. It's after my dog's name, Jonah. So Jonas Ark. And so I run that too. So I have a website there too. But my main focus is on YouTube.
And you're doing a stellar job. Very impressive.
Thank you. And I'm very impressed with your channel too. It's growing fast too.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Definitely have to do this again. Thank you again for being here.